hours earlier this morning, but thankfully a much drier Sunday to follow. Thankfully keeping those dry conditions for the rest of the overnight period ahead. But what I'm here to talk about are those storms that we have coming up this work week, which we actually have a very interesting video to show off. Let's take a look at this. This was in Springtown, Texas. Take a look at kind of what looks to be kind of an explosion off in the distance. This was sent in by Dylan Tremont out there in Springtown, Texas. We were talking about that severe weather further out west last night, not really affecting us here in Mississippi. And you can see kind of the damage and just intensity of some of these storms, kind of or what the storms caused out there further out west in Texas. Especially if this video keeps playing, you'll see kind of the fire that is occurring out there. In the background there it goes. Just kind of showcasing how intense and powerful these storms can be, and unfortunately the damage that can follow. So what we're wanting to avoid, thankfully did not have to deal with that yesterday here, but kind of wanted to showcase that damage again. Thanks to Dylan for sending that in to us to kind of show it off to you guys, and hoping that everybody is safe out there and recovering from those storms that took place yesterday. But coming back here in the Room to Room Weather Center, I accidentally pressed the wrong one. There we go. Let's come back here to talk about your headlines. Let's see if I can get that to come off, which we should be able to. There we go. So back here in the Room to Room Weather live at 6, we're talking about those storms coming up this work week. And of course, we want to start off taking a look at your latest severe weather risk graphic for your Tuesday. Tuesday continues to be the big day to look at. We are under severe weather risk for your Monday, but all eyes continue to be on Tuesday. There's greater confidence and higher risk. We can see that right here, level 2 out of 5 for most of our area. The further southeast you go, you're starting to reach that marginal risk, that level 1. But definitely tracking the potential for some severe weather Tuesday. Kind of wanted to showcase that damage that took place yesterday out there in Texas, and kind of wanting to get ready for this upcoming work week for those storm chances as well. But take a look at your headlines right now. Calm overnight period ahead. We don't have to worry about those storm chances quite yet. We still get to enjoy our weekend and enjoy what's left of it before getting ready for the work week. But those rain chances, we're talking about those storm chances for your Monday. Most of those should hold off during the day. So you'll see kind of that percentage drop just slightly for your Monday. That confidence not quite there, a little bit more confident for your Tuesday. The good news is, as you start off the work week tomorrow, those rain chances, they're holding off throughout most of your day. I'll show you kind of what I mean as we continue, but storms will return. We're talking about that for your Monday evening into the overnight period, and also into your Tuesday and Tuesday night. So kind of why we want to enjoy this calm overnight period, those storm chances. Typically how they work here in Mississippi, we typically, unfortunately, have to go through them during the nighttime period, and that's kind of what we're looking at for the next few days ahead. But taking a look at the first 12, those rain chances, very sporadic, not really bothering us. Maybe a few pop-up showers or more sprinkles could affect us, but we should continue to stay dry, enjoying these mostly clear skies above. Low 80s by 7 o'clock, still been a toasty day, continuing to cool off towards the mid 60s by 1 o'clock, still even into the early AM hours where we could see a few more showers starting to make their way in, and then even by 7 o'clock as well, still in the mid 60s as we start off the day tomorrow. But taking a look at our Mama Jess's Toppler radar, not quite seeing any spotty showers, maybe just a little blip just above the 2 O's out there in Boonville, but for us as a whole here in North Mississippi, not quite talking about any rain showers just yet. That is a good thing. Most of us will continue to stay dry overnight. Now, take a look at our surface analysis to see kind of what's going on. Again, severe weather ongoing currently out west, making its way into Missouri and out of Kansas right now. You can kind of see where those severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings are occurring, even out there in Oklahoma City or just south of Oklahoma City along the Texas and Oklahoma state line. For us here in Mississippi and pretty much the Twin States, still talking about that stationary front, not quite bringing any of those rain chances with us. You can see those more intense showers continue to dig further and further south into the southern portions of Mississippi. But for us here in our area in North Mississippi, not talking about any severe weather ongoing right now, and that is a good thing. Coming over to Futurecast, we can still talk about those mostly clear skies above. That stationary front still lingering across North Mississippi, kind of providing just a bug for this forecast. And as we continue into the rest of our evening hours ahead, even by 10 o'clock, we're still talking about those dry conditions and pretty much clear conditions. So those rain chances hold off pretty much just south of the stationary front, not allowing any of that moisture kind of build up just north of it. But it's going to continue shifting and moving on out of our area And with that, we could start to see maybe a few pop-up showers, a little bit more heavy further north you go, pretty much just across the state line into Tennessee. So hoping to keep those more intense showers just north of our region, but that's why those rain showers a little bit more prominent in the early morning hours, especially the further north you are here in North Mississippi, especially along that Tennessee state line. So that's around 7 to 10 o'clock tomorrow. With that, we could be talking about severe weather risk for your Monday. Again, most of us kind of in a level 1 risk as compared to your Tuesday, just showing that confidence a little bit higher for your Tuesday, but we still have some storms to keep an eye on for your Monday tomorrow. But take a look at this. You can already see why that level 2 risk is a lot further north. We saw those more intense showers and storms pretty much across the state line into Tennessee. So could start to shift just a little bit more southern. And if we see that trend, definitely wanting to keep you guys informed. But level 2 risk, just the further north you go into our region, and especially into portions of Arkansas and into Tennessee as well. So severe storms, it's that season and it's that time of year. We're wanting to make sure to keep you informed throughout the days ahead for what's been an active period. Next 24, starting to showcase some of those rain chances. It will become more prominent later on tomorrow night, kind of past where the next 24 hours will show, but a little bit more prominent around 6 o'clock, 20%, mid-60s as you start off the day. Cooling off or dropping those rain chances just slightly as we continue warming up throughout the day, already back in the mid-80s by 3 o'clock. Still the chance for a few pop-up showers and sprinkles throughout the day, but it's tomorrow evening, almost after work and into the overnight hours, and even past the 9 o'clock time frame into the overnight period. We're really talking about those rain showers and chances kind of building up into the overnight period where we could see those storm chances return here to North Mississippi. So we're going to give you a full breakdown on what to expect, not only for your Monday morning ahead, but pretty much what the start of the work week looks like, what those storm chances look like, not only for your Monday and Tuesday, and basically what the rest of the week has in store for us. All of that's coming up right after this break.
I have been going to Tupelo Smiles my whole life. When I was a kid, I was unhappy about some uneven coloring on my teeth after getting my braces off, which at the time there really wasn't a fix. I was recently made aware of a solution that would totally fix it, which is exactly what we did. They not only heard my concerns, but they never stopped looking to solve my problem. And that's why I love Tupelo Smiles.
Room to Room's birthday party is going on now. Come celebrate with us. Thousands of dollars in free gifts, cash, spa treatments, shopping sprees, and even a chance to win your entire purchase free. It's a celebration you don't want to miss. And there's no party like a Room to Room party.
When C.K. Little opened his doors in downtown Corinth nearly 80 years ago, his plan was simple: deliver excellent service and exceed expectations. That's why we say a little gift goes a long way.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, we started off the broadcast showcasing that video out there in Texas. Well, let's start off this portion of the broadcast showing off a picture sent in by Shanoa, I believe, out there in Amity, Arkansas, just showcasing kind of the damage, this time with hail that occurred, I believe it was yesterday. So sent in that picture, just showcasing how intense and powerful these storms can become, why we want to take all of this very seriously, especially as these storms could start making their way to North Mississippi, what we want to keep you guys informed on. So a big thanks for sending in that picture. Hopefully that windshield and insurance will start to help you guys out, and apologies for all the damage that was caused, and I hope everybody is doing well. But big thanks for you sending that in. Let's take a look at your evening planner as we continue into what's left of our Sunday and getting ready for our work week ahead. We're starting off in the mid-70s still by 8 o'clock, 10% chance of rain just due to maybe a few pop-up showers trying their best to pop up with that stationary front above. Again, most of us will continue to stay dry. That's the story for this evening and into tonight, but they're still around just a little bit, cooling off towards the mid-60s by 2 o'clock later on tonight, and that's almost about as low as we can get. But take a look at those temperatures, still ongoing right now all across North Mississippi. We're still feeling pretty toasty outside. It's been another kind of warm, humid, sticky day. All of us still in the low 80s, a few of us still even into the mid 80s. 85 out there in Clarksdale, 84 in Grenada. So still beautiful outdoors, but definitely another toasty one as we wrap up our Sunday. Now, coming back to Futurecast, we're still talking about those dry conditions. This stationary front still trying its best to provide some sort of lifting mechanism for a few pop-up showers and sprinkles, why you see that 10% chance. But again, not really going to be the story for all of us. Most of us continue to stay dry, maybe a few of those showers inching closer and closer just along the Mississippi River, entering the portions of the Delta. But any heavy, impactful showers, not quite on the radar as we continue into the overnight period ahead. Most of those continue to stay north of our Mississippi state line into Tennessee, but we should see pretty much a mostly dry start to our day tomorrow. But some of those showers can shift just a little bit more southern. Could see a little bit soggier of a start. But your low temperatures overnight tonight, heading into your Monday morning tomorrow, again, only pretty much dropping into the low to mid 60s. So already going to be above average and a mild start to the day, and that trend, it will definitely continue into the afternoon hours as well. And with it being Sunday night, got to get the kids ready for school tomorrow, with tomorrow being Monday. Drop off in the mid 60s, 20% chance of rain just with those early morning showers along the Tennessee state line. Starting to talk about drier conditions by lunchtime with those temperatures reaching the upper 70s. And then by the last spell, some of those rain chances will try to come back into the forecast. Again, models having a struggle to kind of agree with everything right now, but one of the time frames we're looking at is maybe late afternoon, early evening hours where we could start to see some of those rain chances kind of pick up just a little bit. And we're talking about this because we are under a severe weather risk for tomorrow. This is for your Monday as we get ready for the work week. Again, not as intense as what could be Tuesday. Tuesday continues to be the day where there's higher confidence, but wanted to start off with your Monday. Level 1 risk for a majority of us here in North Mississippi. The further north you go, inching closer towards a level 2 risk, especially closer towards the Tennessee state line, where we could see some of those heavier showers in the morning, but also later on into your evening as well. So let's take a look at kind of what that looks like here on Futurecast. Again, that stationary front continues to kind of not know where it wants to go, but thankfully starts moving out of our area tomorrow. And in doing so, it kind of makes us feel very toasty as well. It's bringing in all that southerly motion across North Mississippi. We'll try to build up that cloud cover just slightly, but in mid-morning hours, still talking about mostly clear conditions, just those thin, wispier clouds kind of moving on out of our area. Even by lunchtime, we're still talking about those dry conditions, southerly motion all across our region, allowing us to feel pretty toasty outside, but still thankfully keeping those rain chances out of the picture as we go through most of our Monday tomorrow. Now, as we continue into the afternoon hours, you can almost saw kind of a few green bubbles popping up, just showcasing the chance for a pop-up sprinkle or shower. Again, nothing impactful just quite yet. It's into the evening hours where we're really keeping a close eye on those rain chances, but even by 6 o'clock, this HER model, as you can see in the top left corner, this is just one of the many models we look at, still not quite showing those rain chances just yet. But tomorrow evening continues to be the time frame that we want to keep a close eye on. So hopefully we can continue to see this verify, but we do expect those rain chances to start picking up just slightly tomorrow evening, pretty much after work. Now, take a look at those high temperatures. It's going to be a toasty day tomorrow, reaching the upper 80s all across North Mississippi, and it's not going to feel much better. Take a look at those feels like values. You're actually feeling slightly warmer than what those temperatures are reading outdoors. So those shorts, those short sleeves, any portable fans, keep them in the rotation, and maybe tomorrow won't be a good day to get outside and take a walk while you're at work. It will definitely be a toasty one. But hey, if you need to get out of the office, totally understand. It will just be a toasty one at that. But coming back to Futurecast, we're still talking about those dry conditions, but the question is, how long will they last? Well, that's definitely the question as we continue into the evening hours. We're talking about those showers returning into your late evening, early overnight period, a little bit more heavier out there in DeSoto County around the Olive Branch region, closer towards Memphis as well. Seeing those showers a lot more further north. You can kind of see where they are according towards that level 2 risk. The further south east you go, not quite seeing those showers, hence why you're in that level 1 risk, but definitely seeing if that model trend could shift just a little bit and we see that intensify just a little bit. But as of right now, not seeing that just yet, but still those showers around 9:30 continuing to move on through, becoming a little bit more intense, pretty much right along the state line. So even if that shifts just a few miles southern, we're talking about that reaching North Mississippi, some heavier showers, maybe a little bit on the severe side, bringing some heavy winds, the potential for the hail, maybe a brief spin-up tornado with some rotation. All of that's on the table. So we're going to make sure to continue keeping a close eye on it. Even by 11:30 tomorrow, we can kind of see maybe just a little pop-up shower affecting those out here in Tupelo in the Lee County region. But again, most of those showers continue to stay further north, not really bothering most of us here in North Mississippi. That's why you see those rain chances pretty low tomorrow, hour by hour, kind of what you saw on the next 24. But tomorrow evening, continues to, even into the overnight hours, the DeSoto County region, more rainfall. This is right for your morning. For pre-dawn, where continues to be a time frame we want to look at very closely. Even the Oxford region around line of shower on through overnight. Pontotoc on 5 early foggy sleep. The morning can be a little bit soggier by your Tuesday morning. Those showers continue moving on through, even affecting those out there in the Golden Triangle region by 6:30 on your Tuesday. Still talking about those rain chances kind of lingering throughout the day, but not quite as intense as what we saw kind of in those early overnight period. And even into the mid-morning hours, even towards lunchtime, still talk about those rain chances, maybe a little bit heavier out there on the edge of Noxubee and Lowndes County, kind of close and just south of the Golden Triangle region, but still, thankfully, talk about mostly dry conditions across North Mississippi lunchtime around 12:30 for your Tuesday. But taking a look at the afternoon hours. Reaching those peak heating hours around here. Heating helps to provide another of these severe storms. See some of that start to test out there in Grenada. Some heavier showers take place. This is around 3 o'clock for your Tuesday afternoon. A little bit more of the cluster out there, northern portions of the Delta and just across the Mississippi River out there into Arkansas, and even in the southern portions of the Delta as well. Some more showers doing their best to make their way in. I was even covering one out there just east of Macon. So that's around the early afternoon periods for your Tuesday. They just continue to move on through. Tuesday continues to be an active day, just with that severe weather, just more high confidence on seeing some more intense showers. This is around 4 o'clock for your Tuesday, continues to move on through, even by 5 o'clock, just going hour by hour. That way you can kind of look at your location here, see kind of when those rain chances move on through, especially for those out there in Oxford. Could be a soggy and stormy end to the workday for you guys, especially by the school day, and those showers getting closer towards the Golden Triangle region, even into Winona, Kosciuszko, moving through Greenwood by 5 o'clock on your Tuesday, continuing towards 6 o'clock. Heavy showers out there in the Golden Triangle region in the early evening hours by your Tuesday, even reaching Atala County and Kosciuszko, passing through Chula, even into Sardis and Oxford regions, still getting those heavier and potentially severe showers, just kind of more intense. Moving into Lee County around 7 o'clock, even into Union, New Albany region around 7. Southern portions of the Delta continue to see those heavier showers. I was even covering up kind of where those continue to move across the Mississippi state line into Alabama as that weather risk continues to shift further and further east as well. Thankfully, by the early evening hours, kind of starting to see it die down just slightly. This is around 8 o'clock, not quite seeing as much widespread rain chances all across North Mississippi, but we kind of almost see another round continue to move on through during the 10 o'clock time frame. We'll be live at 10 o'clock for that broadcast. Some more kind of entering across the Mississippi River into the northern portions of the Delta, and that continues to be the story. Kind of just intense showers moving on through. This is why Tuesday continues to be the day to watch very closely as we're tracking some intense showers. A little bit more confidence for your Tuesday as compared to your Monday. We also have to see how these models verify for tomorrow, so we can kind of see what that looks like for your Tuesday as well. But that's around 11 o'clock for your Tuesday evening, even getting closer towards the overnight period by midnight. Still talking about heavy showers moving through Lafayette County, even into Pontotoc, Union, into Lee, towards Tupelo. That's around midnight, crossing into the Wednesday morning hours, and why we still have those rain changes ongoing for quite a while during what has been an active weather pattern, and it's still looking pretty active as we get ready for the work week ahead. But after all that, talking about your high temperatures for your Tuesday afternoon, still going to be pretty warm, dropping just slightly into the mid-80s, so not quite going to be as toasty for your Monday tomorrow. So slight benefit to all those rain chances, and thankfully, once those rain chances continue to move on through, we'll talk about cooler conditions coming up later throughout the work week. And those feels like values doing a lot better job of just making us feel better outdoors, pretty much keeping us right there with those actual temperatures, maybe dropping us just slightly. So some relief, it's on the way. Just got to get through these rain chances first. Now, take a look at your 7-day forecast. Slightly different from what we saw yesterday. Those rain chances went down slightly for your Monday just because not really bothering us throughout most of the day. You can go through almost all of your Monday work day pretty much rain-free. Those rain chances moving in tomorrow evening. A lot more confidence for your Tuesday, boosted that up towards around 60%. That lingering moisture into your Wednesday for still some kind of overnight thunderstorms into the overnight period, early morning hours for your Wednesday. Thankfully, finally talking about drier conditions for your Thursday. Still a chance for maybe a pop-up shower or two. Those rain chances return yet again for your Friday, around 30%, dropping towards 20% for your Saturday, and maybe a beautiful Sunday in the forecast next weekend. So still got an active pattern to go through. We're going to be discussing kind of what those rain chances look like. Take a look at another model, because like I mentioned, these models not quite agreeing with everything, and it's our job to kind of see what we agree with, what we want to show you guys. I want to show you kind of another look behind the scenes of another model. All of that's coming up right after this break.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. it always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
For the first time anywhere, a digital-only weather source has been nominated for not one, but 2 Emmy Awards. This is the 25th nomination I've been humbled to receive over the years, and while accolades are great, we're just proud to deliver the weather coverage that you deserve. Thank you, North Mississippi, for supporting us here at Mississippi Live.
Well, thanks for sticking there with us for Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Before we talk about those rain chances and kind of how much rain we can expect, I know a few of you guys were talking about that in the comments, hoping to get those 5 inches that Gabe was talking about. Well, they're eventually coming. Not quite sure we'll make it that high up, but let's take a look at what we can kind of expect for the next 7 days. 40% rain coverage for your Monday, rising towards 60% for your Tuesday. Kind of just more confidence, kind of more of that severe weather risk affecting more of us here in North Mississippi. Dropping slightly into your Wednesday with some of those overnight showers continuing into the early Wednesday morning hours. Even into Thursday, still a chance for a few pop-up showers, but finally talking about some drier weather returning, rising slightly for your Friday and continuing to pretty much decline into the next weekend. Hopefully talking about a much more beautiful weekend in the forecast. But hey, I think most of us have enjoyed our Saturday and Sunday so far. Just had to get through some of those storms earlier this morning. Now, take a look at your forecasted rainfall for tomorrow. We're not talking about anything too meaningful, but again, that's just due to kind of the shift and trend in these model runs and kind of what ends up verifying. Again, more confidence continues for your Tuesday. So look at that forecasted rainfall for tomorrow. You can see where it's a little bit more prominent out there in the Delta across the Mississippi River, and whether or not that kind of reaches before that midnight period and how late and early those showers can get to us, well, that can impact our forecasted rainfall for tomorrow. But if we take a look at your Tuesday, notice a lot more of us starting to receive that rain and a lot more of those measurements as well, kind of increasing. So Tuesday continues to be the day that we want to look at with a close eye and wanting to make sure you have the very latest on. So let's take a look at another one of our models for both your Monday and your Tuesday. This is our GFS model. So this is starting Monday evening, just due to those rain chances pretty much holding off throughout most of your Monday, starting a little bit in the afternoon hours, but we're definitely keeping an eye on those post-work hours as you head home and get ready for the evening overnight period ahead. So Monday evening, this is starting off around 6:30 for your Monday night. Those rain chances kind of holding off until almost 8, 9, 10 o'clock time frame where we start to see those rain chances really start to get heavier and heavier, pretty much encompassing almost all of North Mississippi by 10 o'clock, a little bit heavier out there in the southern portions of the Delta around Cleveland, Greenville, and Hollandale. Those continue to move on through. This is around 10 o'clock for your Monday. Going to be a little bit heavier, closer towards the Greenwood region in the Delta, and I know you guys need that rainfall a lot right now just due to how these drought conditions continue to kind of increase across North Mississippi. So definitely much needed rain, but also kind of comes with that severe weather risk as well. So we want to make sure you guys are informed. But this is around Monday evening, around 11:30, even towards midnight, around 12:30. Still talking about some heavier showers encompassing all of North Mississippi, but continues to be almost an overnight threat into the early morning hours for your Tuesday. So around 12:30, still talking about those heavier showers, kind of moving on through, starting to talk about drier conditions by your Tuesday morning. And then as we continue, this is around 8 o'clock. Still, GFS run kind of talk about that disagreement. We weren't really talking about those soggy or those dry conditions for your Tuesday morning. GFS showing drier ones, so it's kind of our job to kind of show which one we believe in a little bit more, but kind of showcasing all the different possibilities as well. But by Tuesday around lunchtime, still talk about drier conditions. It's not until later on that evening into the overnight period where we start talking about those rain chances, hence why we want you guys to enjoy tonight and into your early Monday morning hours. It's still going to be dry, still going to be a calm and mild night. Enjoy it before we start talking about these storm chances for your Monday and Tuesday night. But by Tuesday, around 5:30, still talking about those rain showers kind of getting closer and closer to North Mississippi, kind of getting closer towards the Memphis region, crossing the Mississippi River. Southern portions of the Delta experiencing some heavier showers as well, but almost all of North Mississippi almost seeing a chance to see some of that becoming a little bit more intense Tuesday evening around 6:30 out there in the Memphis region, even in DeSoto County, still continues to be a hot spot for that rainfall along the Tennessee-Mississippi state line. So a little bit further north, starting to see some of those heavier showers earlier. Even further south you go, kind of see some of those heavier showers, clipping just the most southern counties in our viewing area. But still, most of North Mississippi still getting some much needed rainfall, and we see a lot more of that on our Tuesday as compared to our Monday. Even by 7:30, those rain chances continue to move on out of our region, continuing through the overnight period, and we see that second round start to develop as well. Cross the Mississippi River into Arkansas, starting to see those rain chances push closer and closer, but this model keeping it a little bit further north. So that's going to be the deciding factor, whether or not we see that start to shift just a little bit more southern. With that, we could see that severe weather risk either enhance and kind of shift with it, but some more heavier showers pretty much just across the Mississippi River, the state line up into Tennessee as well. So rain chances, they continue to be very prominent within the next 24 to 48 hours, and those storm chances, they are going to return as well. So it's going to be our job to make sure to keep you guys updated, let you know what to expect as we get ready for the work week ahead. But tonight, you're good to go. Enjoy any outdoor plans. You'll stay dry. It's going to be a beautiful Sunday evening. Take a look on the screen here. You have the QR codes to both the iOS and Android App Store. It'll take you directly to our app. That way we can keep you guys updated, send you push alerts for when something's getting a little bit too intense here in North Mississippi. Keep you guys informed. It'll let you know no matter where you are with those push alerts. We believe it is something that can save lives, and definitely want you guys to be well informed as we continue pushing further and further into this active weather pattern. But I hope everybody continues to have a fantastic Sunday evening. It has been a beautiful one so far, and thankfully we'll continue to stay dry. We'll be live later on tonight at 9 and 10 talking about those drier conditions, but definitely those rainier and stormy conditions quickly approaching on the horizon as we get ready for the work week ahead. But I hope all of y'all continue to have a fantastic night, and we'll see y'all back here live in the Room to Room Weather Center.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.